let's try to leave the phones aside, man. Let's just put them aside. We need to concentrate on this.
And I love the way you guys like do everything. You guys said you guys were gonna be here like from 6 or to 7, and you guys are here.
We were 50 minutes late, but sorry for that. Yeah, that's not too big of a deal, eh? Yeah. So you knew we were gonna show up.
Yeah.
You had no doubt that we were gonna show up.
Yeah.
Okay. So that, in other words, you think we have credibility in what we do. Okay. So now what do you see when you see Mr. A and you see me? What can you see right now that calls your attention when you see us both? What
Two wonderful guys with cool haircuts.
Two wonderful guys. That's. Thank you for that, man. Thank you a lot. Two wonderful guys, he said, with great haircuts. Okay, so when we went to get the haircuts, Taro, we were in a hotel. Where were we? We were in California, right?
Los Angeles.
No, Los Angeles. California is the whole state.
On Hollywood Boulevard.
And you know what, Taro? That decision, we had said that we were going to do the haircuts. I said that like 2 weeks prior. And we were not following through. And guess what? I felt really bad that I had said that we were going to have special haircuts with our brands. See? Because our brand is E-Life. Can you read that there?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I said, we need to do this, and I was feeling really bad. I haven't told Mr. A about that, but I felt bad that we had not done it. And guess what? When we did it, I felt so good, like so good, And when I see videos of me without this haircut, like I see a different guy. I see a different guy. I mean, I see a guy that was left behind. So at any rate, it's important to be committed and to follow through with what you say. Now, what else do you see when you see us? How's our dress code right now?
Nice, matching.
Matching, there you go. So what does matching dress codes tell you about us?
Formal. You guys look like twins.
There you go, we look like twins. That's awesome. But when you say formal, what do you mean formal?
Like collar shirts. Like look at me. I never wear collar shirts with like shorts that are like for sports. Like that's.
But you're always in a training mode, right?
Yeah.
But when you go on a Sunday to a special place, you have a different dress code, right?
Yeah. Like
Okay.
jeans and.
Yeah. So when you say formal, did you also mean that we're not professional, but that we're committed to what we're doing? Yes, eh? Okay. So that's, those are, we're going to wrap up the question section. We're going to have some questions after, and I want Mr. A also to pose a few questions. So think about it, Mr. A. A couple of questions for Taro. You know him, you know his dad better than I do. So I imagine that for you it's very inspiring to see Taro and what he's accomplished in short, 10 years, right, of his life. Mr. A and myself are 52, man. And, we have accomplishments in our lives, but, like for you to be all the way up to that level, I'll tell you something. You said that you thought we were committed and that we were going to follow through with being here and all that, but I'll tell you something. When I want Mr. A to relate what I told him we were gonna find here when we found Taro. Like what did I mention to you that we were gonna find, and what was he gonna be doing when we showed up here?
Today you mentioned that Taro would probably be drawing and he would be ready since he's a disciplined kid, and that he wouldn't be fooling around or training or relaxing, but he would be focused on the commitment that his father had relayed to him, that we would be here.
Absolutely. And what did we find?
Exactly that.
Exactly that. So you know what? This is very important, Taro and Mr. A. And sorry, your name is?
Mila.
Okay, I'm gonna put the camera on you if that's okay. That's Taro's sister. She's also here with us in the interview. We're gonna ask her a few questions as well related to cars and what she thinks his brother, how much his brother loves cars and stuff. So I think that, you know, one of the things that I was gonna mention is that we found exactly, Taro, exactly, thank you, exactly what we knew, what we were gonna supposed to be. Okay, so this is, sorry, I got sidetracked. The important thing for you to know is that you thought we were gonna follow through, and we thought you were gonna follow through as well. So I think we should give us like, you know, like a pat in the back, right?
Haircuts.
That, you know, what's that?
Haircuts.
Yeah, what?
Haircuts.
Oh, haircuts. Yes, but you know, we should give us a pat in the back because we've proven that you are a show of commitment, and we, with Mr. A, are trying to become a better person and more committed person. So I think that, you know, we have proven that attitude and the impression you give somebody, it's very important, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, man. So before we see your drawings with the camera, is there anything else you would like to add related to the movie? Because the movie, I'll tell you a little bit about the movie and then you tell me, okay? Because the movie is it's a narration of a lot of events in our lives. So basically we're vlogging, or we're telling a story, that's our story. And why we're doing it, Taro, is because we are trying to change our lives to be better persons, and be more knowledgeable, and be more kind, be more compassionate. And in that process, this trip is not going to end. We're going to continue this trip in cars for you through Europe, Latin America, the States, Canada, and then we hope that when you have a driver's license, you are one of the guys that is in one of these cars. You're gonna get to pick the car that you want, and there's gonna be a process where you're gonna be able to drive this car through roads, and we're gonna have communication, and you're gonna be trained in online business. And I think online business is great. Why? I'll tell you why. Because you can get one of these cars faster. Yeah, if you got something to do?
Huh?
You got something to do? Okay. Let me ask you. Let me tell you this. If you had to wait 40 years to get a car like this, or 20, I think you would wait, right? You would be patient and you would work diligently to try to get the car. But if you can get the car when when you're younger, you would take that path, right? Even if it would mean more work?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
There you go. So see, that's pretty amazing. Hey man, that's pretty amazing, because basically, you know what he's saying? That if he could get the car sooner, but he had to work more, he said he didn't even think about it. He says, yes, I'll just work harder and get the car sooner, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so the last comment I'm gonna make is that the internet, it works for you. If you know how to use it, the internet works for you. In other words, there's robots or machines or programs within the internet that if you learn how to use them, they will help you. So that is the same as a vehicle, right? Because why can you go fast in a car like this? You're just sitting down there, right? Pushing buttons, pushing pedals. But the car is a vehicle. That is the car has the power to take you from point A to point B fast. So the internet is the same, is a vehicle that can take you financially and it create freedom for you faster. So I just want to leave a seed planted inside of you that you should study online business. And we will help you. My son Alec is already trying to learn it. And he went into the computer, and guess what? We have some investments, and he was transferring digital money, and he was investing, doing it by himself. Of course I was helping him, but that's the same as you when you started white belt and your dad was trying to make you a yellow belt, right?
Yeah.
So it's the same thing. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna look at the pictures, and you're gonna tell us how you started. Like, how did you come up? I know that you chose the Bugatti, but how did you? So can you film them? Try to get the. Okay, there we go. There we go. So you told us already that you chose the Bugatti because it's the fastest car in the world, right?
Yep.
Okay. So that was because you wanted to win if you had to race, right?
Yeah.
Awesome, awesome. You know we know you like to compete. Now, how did you start drawing it? Like, what did you do in order to draw the picture?
Focus. Focus.
Focus? Okay. So where did you get the sample, or you just drew it out of from your head, or
Oh,
did
no,
you
no, I'm
you
not
you,
that
you
good.
look? I'm not that good. So you checked it on a magazine or online on the iPad? Oh, of course. Look at what I'm telling Taro, that he was gonna look at a magazine. He went to the internet, right? What do you mean magazine? I don't see magazines anymore, right? So, and then from there, how did you start on paper? Like, how did you? Because I see you have some lines, and
Yeah.
how did you start? What was the beginning? I mean, can you show us with your pencil what the beginning was?
This.
Okay, so that was the beginning. Okay.
Yeah.
So I want you to put it facing you. Yeah. Okay, Taro. Can you flip it and put it facing you? And then, if you are so kind as to show us with the pencil, how did you start? Like okay, I'm gonna focus. There you go. How did you? Can you show us how you started there? Like, which line did you draw first?
Right here. That's it.
Oh, the hood.
Yeah.
That was your first line.
Yep.
So that's a starting point, right? And then what did you continue to draw?
Pointy. The wheels.
The wheels. Okay. Okay. And did you use something round to draw the wheels, or you just drew them yourself?
This one. This one I did. This one I did it. I just did it freehand.
Oh, freehand. Okay, so that one was done freehand.